Hello students, we are here to tell you the exercise 8.1. In my last video you have seen the introduction of chapter 8.1, that is introduction of division in algebraic expression. So that introduction you have seen, that videos is there, link has been given to you. Now today we will discuss about the exercise 8.1. So in exercise 8.1 total there are 11 questions, and in those 11 questions I will tell you some of the questions that I will write you how to solve. So dear students, here are the questions given of exercise 8.1. All of the questions are given. Question number 1, question number 2, question number 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 and 11. So we shall discuss each of the question in this video. So first question we have, and this whole exercise 8.1 is depend upon how we will divide of a polynomial by a monomial. Very important it is. In this exercise we will study how to divide of a polynomial by a monomial. So first question, 2x square y we are dividing by 2xy. Let's see how we can solve this. This 6x square y by 2xy, that we can write here, that 6x square y upon 2xy. Then what will happen? This 6 we can write 2 into 3 into x into y, because x square we can write x into x, and to 6 we have written 2 into 3. Upon it will be 2xy. So what will happen then? This 2 will be cancelled, 1x will cancel with 1x, and 1y will cancel with 1y. Now we left nothing in the denominator, but we left something in the numerator. That will be our quotient. So what we left? We left 3 and x. So 3x will be our answer for the first question. This way we will solve. Similarly, we can solve question number second also. Question number second is 4x square y square z square. We have to divide it by 2xyz. Similarly, we can solve. Now let's see question number 3 now. Question number 3 is 16xy square z upon minus 4xyz. How we can write this? Listen, don't disturb with the negative sign. Negative sign will come up. Okay? If there is negative sign, any one, either it is with the numerator or it is with the denominator. If any negative sign is there, if it is coming with the numerator, then also you can write in front of. And if it is coming with the denominator, then also you can write it this way. So 216, what we can write? 2 into 2 into 2 into 2. Here it is only 1x, so that we can write into x. Then y square. To y square, what we can write? Y into y. And after that there is z, so we can write z after that. Now whole upon. This minus sign we have kept here, so no need with this. Now we have only 4xyz, so to 4 we can write 2 into 2 x into y into z. Now let's see what is cancelling. This will be negative sign will be there. After that what is cancelling? This 2 will be cancelled with this 2, another 2 is cancelled with the another 2. After that 1x will be cancelled with 1x, 1y will be cancelled with 1y, and 1z will be cancelled with 1z. So we left nothing in denominator, but we left something in numerator, and numerator we have 2 2s are 4 and y. So answer will be minus 4y for this question number 3. And if you want to write down this explanation, means this solution, then you can pause the video and you can write it afterwards. Now we are continuing to the next question, that is question number 4. Question number 4 is given minus 21 x square yz square by minus 3xy x square yz. Similarly, it is question number 5 minus 64 m square n square by minus 8 mn. So I am telling you this time question number 5. Let's see how we can, because question number 4 and 5 are having same kinds of questions. So today I will tell you question number 5. Question number 5 is minus 64 m square n square and by minus 8 mn. Very simple it is, because we have in denominator also negative sign and in numerator also negative sign. So what we can do, we can cancel the negative sign first of all. And after cancelling the negative sign, this 64 we can write 8 into 8 directly we can write. Is it clear? And then m square. So we can write m into m. After that n square, then we can write n into n. And downside it is 8 mn, so 8 into m into n. What will happen after that? You see, this 8 will be cancelled with this 8, m will be cancelled with this m, and n will be cancelled with this n. Now we left nothing in the denominator but something in the numerator, and that will be our quotient. So in numerator we have 8 m and n. So this will be our answer for question number 5. Now we will see the question number 6. Question number 6. Question number 6 is different type of question. Before that we are solving the division of monomial by a monomial. But in question number 6 we have division of polynomial. Now it has more than one term. Before that it has the dividend has having only one term. Now in question number 6 we have dividend having more than one term. So and that we have to divide it by monomial. So question number 6 we can write in this way, that 6x to the power 4 plus 4x square plus 2x, that we can divide it by 2x. After that what will happen? We will separate it. Each of the term we will separate. So 6x to the power 4 upon 2x we can write. Then plus sign. 4x square upon 2x we can write. After that once again plus sign. Then 2x upon 2x we can write. Okay, now let's see how we can do the division after that. After that we know that when 6 is divided by 2, it will come 3. And when x to the power 4 is divided by x, let's see what happens. X to the power 4 we can write x into x into x into x. And when we are dividing by x, only 1x. So 1x will be cancelled. What is that? X into x into x, and then we can write x cube also. So when x to the power 4 is divided by x, we will have x cube. So this part of the term we have done. Now second, that is plus 4x square upon 2x. So first do the numeric one. When 4 is divided by 2, we will get 2. And when x square is divided by x, see once again, x square means x into x, and upon x. X get cancelled, what we have? Only x. So that we can write x. Then 2x upon 2x, that will come 1. So this will be our answer of our question number 6. 3x cube plus 2x plus 1 will be the answer. When 6x to the power 4 plus 4x square plus 2x, we will divide by 2x. After that, we will see question number 7 also. Question number 7 is also very important question for you. So let's see question number 7. How we can do question number 7. In question number 7, you can see the x to the power 4 plus x to the power 6 plus x to the power 9 minus x to the power 10. If we talk about the exponents of this x is 4, exponents of this x is 6, exponents of this x is 9, and exponents of this x is 10. So we are seeing that exponents are written in ascending order. Exponents are written in ascending order, first 4, then 6, then 9, then 10. And this way we cannot solve it. We have to write down the exponent in their descending order form. Means first we will write minus x to the power 10. Then we will write x to the power 9. Then we will write x to the power 6. Then we will write x to the power 4. So this way we will do. First we will write the maximum exponents of the variable, that is minus x to the power 10. So we will write minus x to the power 10. After that plus x to the power 9. Then plus x to the power 6. And after that plus x to the power 4. And this all we have to divide by minus x. What bit will be done? Let's see. Now again the separate. Each term we are separating now. So minus x to the power 10 upon minus x. Then plus x to the power 9 upon minus x. Then plus x to the power 6 upon minus x. And then plus x to the power 4 upon minus x. What happened? In first term, minus minus get cancelled, and when x to the power 10 is divided by x, we have shown how to divide in last few questions. So when x to the power 10 is divided by x, we will have x to the power 9, because only one x will be cancelled. Now this plus minus will become minus now. This plus and minus, when it will be solved, it will become minus. And when x to the power 9 is divided by x, we will have only x to the power 8. Same here, plus and minus will become minus. When x to the power 6 is divided by x, we will have only x to the power 5. And same plus minus will become minus. When x to the power 4 is divided by x, it will have x cubed. This will be our answer. Question number 7. Same way you can do, because 8 and 9 are having same type of question. Question number 8 and 9 you can do this way. Now I will tell you question number 10 also the same type of question, that also you can do. But see, let's see question number 10 after this. Now I will tell you how to solve question number 10. In question number 10, we can write 5 pi p cube minus 6p square plus 7p upon 2p. What is the process of solving the question? We have to separate each term. So separate each term. This 5p cube upon 2p minus 6p square upon 2p plus 7p upon 2p. What will happen then? This 5 we cannot divide by 2. 5 can be divided by 2, we cannot divide by 2. So we will write it as it is 5 upon 2. And when p cube is divided by p, we will have p square. Is that clear? After that, minus sign, put minus sign there. 6 we cannot divide by 2. Sorry, 6 we can divide by 2. And when 6 is divided by 2, we will have 3. And p square when divided by p, we will have only p. After that plus sign, again 7 we cannot divide by 2. So we will write as it is 7 upon 2 and p will be cancelled. So 7 upon 2, this will be our answer, question number 10. Now we shall discuss the very last question of this exercise, that is question number 11, and a very tough one also. Very tough one. Before writing or solving this question number 11, I want to tell you something extra that is required to solve in this question. Always remember that when to 5 we can write under root 5 into under root 5. A we can write under root A into under root A. Anything that this way we can write. To 7 we can write under root 7 into under root 7. Means if we are combining the square root of two numbers, then the square roots will be removed. Anything under root x, if it is multiplied with under root x, then this under root will be removed and only x will come. So this is the thing that is required to solve in this question. When root of any one means a root of any same number is multiplied, then the under root sign will be removed. One more question. If under root 11 is multiplied with under root 11, then what will be the product to come? This root will be removed and only 11 will be our answer. Now let's solve question number 11. We have question under root 3x to the power 4 plus 2 under root 3x cube plus 3x square and minus 6x that we have to divide by 3x. Let's see how we can do. We will separate the each term. Under root 3x to the power 4 upon 3x plus 2 under root 3x cube upon 3x plus 3x square upon 3x and minus 6x upon 3x. Now let's see how we can do now. Under root 3x to the power 4, and this 3 we can write under root 3 into under root 3 and then x plus 2 under root 3x cube, and this 3 we can write under root 3 into under root 3 then again x plus, see here 3 will be cancelled, and when 3 will be cancelled and x square when divided by x we will have only x, and same here 6 is divided by 3 and 2 will come and x get cancelled. Now see what is happening afterwards. This under root 3 will be cancelled. 1 root 3 will be cancelled from the denominator. And when x to the power 4 is divided by x, it will come x cube upon under root 3. Plus, same here 1 under root 3 will be cancelled. And when x cube is divided by x, we will have x square. When x cube is divided by x, we will have x square. So what is the answer? 2x square upon under root 3. After that plus x and minus 2. So this will be our answer for question number 11. So this way your exercise 8.1 is finished. Maybe in our next video we will come with exercise 8.2. Thank you. Have a nice day.